Picture this. It's a crisp September morning, just like any other. People are heading to work, sipping their coffee, completely unaware that in just a few hours, the world as they know it will change forever. Then, the unthinkable happens. Two planes slice through the Twin Towers in New York City. Another crashes into the Pentagon. A fourth, headed for Washington, D.C., plummets into a field in Pennsylvania after passengers fight back. Nearly 3,000 lives are lost in a single day. The shock, the grief, the anger, it was all real. But in the years that followed, a different kind of story began to spread. Whispers that the government knew, that the towers were brought down on purpose, that what we saw wasn't the full truth. These conspiracy theories have lingered, growing in the shadows of doubt and distrust. But what's real, and what's just speculation? One of the most persistent theories claims that the Twin Towers couldn't have collapsed from the plane impacts alone, that they must have been rigged with explosives. People point to the way the buildings fell, straight down like a controlled demolition. But engineers and scientists have spent years studying this, and the explanation is far simpler and more terrifying. The planes didn't just hit the towers, they were loaded with jet fuel, which ignited massive fires. Steel, when exposed to extreme heat, weakens. The floors above the impact zones began to sag, then pancake downward, each level crashing into the one below with unimaginable force. The National Institute of Standards and Technology conducted one of the most detailed investigations in history and confirmed that no explosives were used. The towers fell because of physics, not a hidden plot. Then there's the Pentagon. Some claim that what hit it wasn't Flight 77 at all, that it was a missile, or even a drone. They argue the damage doesn't look like a plane crash, and that the government has suspiciously little footage of the event. But this ignores the hundreds of eyewitnesses who saw the plane strike, the debris scattered across the lawn, and the fact that the Pentagon is built like a fortress. It wouldn't crumble like a skyscraper. The plane hit at an angle, skimming low before impact, which explains why the hole wasn't perfectly plane-shaped, and the missing footage. In 2001, security cameras weren't what they are today. Most were low-resolution, designed to watch for intruders, not record high-speed crashes. The absence of a Hollywood-style video doesn't mean a cover-up, it just means technology wasn't there yet. Flight 93, the plane that crashed in Pennsylvania, has its own share of myths. Some believe it was shot down by the U.S. military to stop the hijackers from reaching their target. It's true that fighter jets were scrambled that day, but official investigations, including the 9/11's Commission report, found no evidence that they fired on the plane. The truth is even more gripping. Passengers, hearing about the other attacks via phone calls, stormed the cockpit. The hijackers, realizing they were losing control, crashed the plane rather than let it be taken back. The bravery of those passengers likely saved countless lives. Turning their heroic stand into a government conspiracy dishonors their sacrifice. Perhaps the darkest theory of all is that the US government let the attacks happen or even helped plan them to justify war in the Middle East. This idea, sometimes called LAHOP, let it happen on purpose, suggests that officials ignored warnings to create a reason to invade Afghanistan and Iraq. It's true that intelligence agencies had fragments of information beforehand, a memo here, a suspicious name there, but intelligence is messy. Connecting the dots in real time, before the age of big data and instant communication, was nearly impossible. The 9/11's Commission did find failures, agencies not sharing information, missed opportunities, but no evidence of deliberate negligence. And think about it. For this conspiracy to be true, thousands of people across multiple agencies would have had to stay silent for decades, secrets that big don't stay hidden. So why do these theories stick around? Part of it is human nature. When something as horrific as 9/11's happens, our brains struggle to accept that it could be so random, so senseless. It's easier to believe in a shadowy plot than to face the truth that a small group of extremists exploited security flaws and changed history in a single morning. Conspiracy theories give people a sense of control, a villain to blame, but they also do real harm. They twist the memory of the victims, turning their tragedy into a puzzle for internet sleuths. They distract from the real lessons we should have learned about intelligence sharing, airport security, and how to prevent future attacks. The truth about 9/11's is painful, but it's also clear. The evidence has been examined, the investigation's thorough. Could things have been done differently? Absolutely. Were there mistakes made? Without a doubt. But turning tragedy into conspiracy doesn't honor the lives lost, it only spreads more confusion. As we look back on that day, The best way to remember those we lost is to seek facts, not fantasies. The world changed on 9/11s, but how we remember it matters just as much. The real story is heartbreaking enough. We don't need to invent another one.
Hey there, if you're enjoying this video and appreciate the effort behind it, don't forget to like this video. It really helps the channel grow, and if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and turn on the notifications so you never miss an update. Oh, and one more thing, share this video with your friends. Spread the love and support. Alright, now let's get back to the video. Let me know if you want any tweaks.